Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nicole Cooper here of NicoleSCooper.com as well as YourSixFigureYear.com. I'm standing here in front of a home that we rented for the weekend for an event for a client of mine. And while we are wrapping up and closing things out, I just wanted to shoot a quick video to share with you guys the one key thing that I've learned how to do to position myself to pursue my goals, my visions, and my ideas. As you guys can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful home behind me, right? Multi-million-dollar home down in South Atlanta. And we had this home for the weekend because we put together a lifestyle event for a client of mine. And it just was amazing. I can't even begin to tell you guys. I hear a little bit more of a recap about that afterwards. But the reason why I'm shooting this video is because I wanted to share with you guys what I've learned how to do to position myself to do the things that I really, really want to do, despite what resources you think you don't have. Okay, now just so you guys can know, recap, just a little backstory before I go into that one key thing is many of you guys know that I walked away from a multiple six-figure career in the network marketing industry, and most people don't understand why. And the reason why I had to do that, guys, is because I had a vision of growing an empire, right? I had visions of doing multiple things, from a training academy, now a real training academy, not bootleg stuff, to a content creation company, to an agency, right? I just had all these visions from all the things that I've done over the years. And the reality is I couldn't serve two masters. If I wanted to stay where I was going to make good money, but I couldn't really put the energy and effort into my vision. Or I can pursue my vision and walk away completely with no plan B, C, D, or Z and give my all to my plan A, despite what it cost me to make it happen. I chose to go pursue my vision. And I walked away from all these things. As a matter of fact, I qualified on Saturday to get a $250,000 ring. I didn't even pay for the ring, and I probably should have. I wish I did. Just go get it and close out strong, right? But when I made a decision to pursue what it is, the vision that God had given me, I made a full 1,000% commitment with no regret, no remorse, no looking back, no what ifs. I'm not going to be the person that God say, I'm going to take you to the promised land, but then I start screaming that I want to go back under Pharaoh's authority and go back to slavery because it's rough in the wilderness. I made a commitment. If I got to go through the wilderness to pursue my vision, I'm going to do it. And so in that process, guys, in pursuing my vision, one of the things that I had to understand was that when you are making a transition and going into something new, it's going to cost you something. And for me, it cost me a reinvestment of my time, energy, and effort. And it cost me where the income was not the same that it was before. So I had to make some sacrifices, right? So here's where I want to get to for you guys, right? Now, I was making easy money. I've been making easy money for the past, since 2010. And when I say easy money, I'm naturally good at sales and marketing. So getting into network marketing companies are very easy for me. Building teams are very easy for me. Growing businesses to 6 and 7 figures, it's very easy for me. It really is. Thank God I have the gift of building businesses. I'm very, I just love it. I love everything about business. But starting from scratch to build a new business, it was starting from scratch in a way where things didn't come easy. I now had to work for it. So here's the one thing that I had to learn over the years about pursuing my vision, passion, and ideas that I had to put to work. What I had to learn how to do, guys, was to take the skills that I have and to invest them in someone else, right? And what I mean by that is somebody can utilize. I'm sorry, phone call coming in. If you have skills that you know you can utilize that somebody really will pay you for, you got to learn how to put them to work. I've learned that you got to have the skills that pay the bills. You put all your energy and effort into utilizing those skills to create the opportunities that's going to propel you forward to really grow the business that you really want. So what does that mean? Well, one of my biggest goals have always been the ability to help show people who have already had success how to leverage the internet more to really build even bigger success. But I've always wanted to work with clients who've been able to make money, right? That's just one of the areas that I've done. And I had these one clients come to me. We were business partners, and they just asked me for, Nicole, can you help us build our business on the internet? And what I did, guys, we didn't even talk money. I just said, tell me what it is that you want to know, and I'll show you exactly what it is that you need to do do to make it happen. And I listened to them. I let them tell me what it is that they wanted to accomplish. And I said, I'll show you what you need to know. And I was willing to invest everything that I know into them. And I told them a rate, right? And they were willing to pay me for it, pay me way more than what we originally discussed. I'll put it to you like this. I'm able to earn an annual salary because I've been able to invest in these clients in a way that they know it's not about just the money for me. Yes, this is business. Yes, there is a cost, right? But I was able to take my skills and invest it into someone else as they are able to invest in my business growing, okay? And I've given them above and beyond what it is that they originally came to me for. You see, most of us, when we are wanting to take our visions and our ideas and we want to build successful businesses, most of us want to jump right in and be the baller, right? We want to be the boss. We got this whole slang now with all these, I'm a boss, I'm a girl boss, I'm a this boss, I'm a that boss. Like, everybody wants to be a boss, which means that we always want to be the head honcho, but very few people run around saying, I want to be a servant. Very few people are saying that I'm willing to give everything I have to help somebody else, elevate and win. Because see, even the Bible tells us in order to be first, you got to be last, right? And it doesn't mean you forget about yourself. It means that you learn how to serve in such a capacity that you get compensated for what you have and what you give. You see, most of us want to make a hell of a lot of money, right? We all running around here. I want to be a 6-figure earner. I want to be a 7-figure earner. I want to be an 8-figure earner. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I got a blueprint for my company that in the next 2 to 3 years, we're positioning ourselves to make over $7 million every 3 months. Okay. I'm putting it out there. My company is set up. We got the whole blueprint in place. We're putting the whole foundation in place. We'll be over $28 million a year. I already got it mapped out. I already know that. But you know what? It takes time to get there. It takes time to build that, and it takes money to invest in the growth of that process. It also takes sacrifice, which means that although I got a $28 million a year blueprint, I still have to be in position to understand that today I need to make $1 for today, right? I got to pay the bills for today. I got to feed my family for today. So while I am learning or not learning, but growing my company and reinvesting in my business and reestablishing myself, I am actually investing everything that I have into my clients who are compensating me financially, because my clients are my company investors. All right. My clients are my investors. I know that I had to walk away from a career that was very time consuming to pursue my vision. But I also knew that I needed to replace my income, right? So I took my skills and I take those skills and I invest them into somebody else. And I allowed that person to also keep me grounded and reminded of what skill set I have that people are willing to pay me for, because now I realize that, I really know my stuff. Like, I'm good at what I do because somebody's willing to pay me for it. And so I'm going to serve and I'm going to give and I'm going to invest in my clients like they are I ain't gonna say the president, right? Not this president, but like they were Barack Obama, right? Or like they were, like a king of a country. I will serve my clients in a capacity that, because see, here's the thing. They say how you do anything is how you do everything, right? They say that what we do in secret is who we are. What we do in secret is what you do in secret reveals who you really are in public. A lot of us don't really, we try to take shortcuts. I just put it to you like that, right? And I'm learning in this world, guys, is that he who is willing to do the greatest thing when nobody is watching is he that will be honored on the greatest platforms all around the world. You can't think that you just gonna get these. Most of us get caught up in these, and it's hot as what out here. Most of us think we just gonna go out here and get these beautiful pictures done, and we're gonna build these amazing brands, and we're gonna fool people into believing that we bosses, when in actuality our work ethic sucks, our follow through sucks. We take people's money. I don't say we, but they take people's money. They don't do what they say they're gonna do, or they're so selfish that they actually get an attitude when it comes time to implementing the work, because they really don't want to do it. They just wanted the paycheck. But when you put yourself in position to not be that person, when you put yourself in a position to go above and beyond your call of duty and give your all to someone that you promised that you're going to do a good job for, let me tell you, the money will not stop pouring in. Your success will always position you. You'll always be positioned to win. And so I really just wanted to share this video with you guys, because a lot of us struggle with, how do I pursue my passion? How do I put my visions into practice? You know, how do I really begin to implement my ideas, and how can I really bring them to life? We don't really understand that process. You take your skills, you utilize your skills to pay the bills, but you become such a servant in every endeavor that you do, to the point where people are willing to pay you above and beyond because of how well you service them. I think one of the biggest ripoffs of the entrepreneur industry today is how easy people can get a business card and call themselves a business owner, right? So many of us are calling ourselves entrepreneurs and business owners and CEOs, but we're giving it such a bad name because we really are not committed to building successful businesses or servicing our clients in a way that that make them want to come back, right? To make them want to come back. And so I just want you guys to understand, listen, you know, it was 7 months ago that we walked away from everything, sold everything we own to pursue. I thought we would be life on the road, but little did I know, we gave up everything for God to position us in a place where He can get our ear. We can stop being so overwhelmed by overhead, and instead God can be able to get our ear and show us what we needed to do in this season. I was in Florida for 7 months. It was quiet, it was slow, and it was beautiful, because it allowed me to hear God tell me how to take these steps. And when we say we hear from God, guys, we're not being super spiritual. What it is what is the constant reminders that you're getting in your vision, or what keeps coming to the surface for you about what you're supposed to be doing in the season of your life. That's how God speaks. He gives us visions. He gives us ideas. He shows us creative things constantly. Everybody, even those who are not the most spiritual people, God shows us things. I tell people all the time, one of my favorite quotes, our dreams are illustrations from the book your soul is writing about you. So your dream is giving you the illustration that God has for the life that He wanted you to live, which is why He created you. And so, you know, here we are wrapping up this event. And you know, this is something that I've always done, these kind of events, and I've always wanted to do these kind of events. I've put them on in Jamaica. We've done events like this here in Atlanta. I actually already have my travel team who's going to be coordinating events. We've been talking about it for, I think, 3 years now, that we'll be doing, I think, 1 international trip a year and 2 domestic masterminds like this. They go with me. They set everything up. They do everything for us. They went with us to Jamaica. We took 28 people to Jamaica in 2013. And so here it is in the midst of my sacrificial season that I'm still able to do the things that I want to do, but I'm doing it through a client. So every vision that I had and every idea that I had, when this client came to me, or these clients, it's a husband and wife team that I was in business with, we were in the same company. When they came to me with what they wanted to do, I was like, "Ooh, I already know what y'all need to do." And we mapped everything out for them. All the vision and ideas that I had to do for myself, I gave it away. I gave it away. Listen, I didn't give it away because I can't have it now. I gave it away because a lot of times our visions can bless other people who desperately need help, y'all. They desperately need help. But we get so selfish and we get so caught up in this scarcity mentality that I ain't giving my stuff to nobody. They're going to have to figure it out on their own. I'm not doing this. They're going to have to pay me. I'm not, you know, listen, my clients do pay me, and they pay me very, very well. But there's nothing that I hold back from them in this business relationship that we have because I want it for myself. Instead, I give them everything. And let me tell you, so much more keeps coming back to me. So many doors keep opening. And even a sense of clarity in my vision, it gets stronger and stronger the more that I work with them on these ideas. Because as I'm helping them bring their stuff to life, they're showing me things that I could be doing that's going to take my business to a whole nother level. And it becomes a collaborative effort to really implement and create success in your vision versus versus you trying to be the boss of everything, be the head honcho. Let me tell you something. I've worked with a lot of people in my life, right? In my short 40 years of living. I know a lot of people, y'all. I know a lot of people in a lot of different industries. I've done a lot of things in my life, and I've come across a lot of folks. I've worked with a lot of people, and there's nothing more brutal and abusive and ugly than a selfish leader. And I'll repeat that. There's nothing more ugly than an abusive, selfish leader. And unfortunately, in this generation that we are in, we praise people that are very selfish. We celebrate people that are very selfish. We celebrate people, I don't know, it's just, I can go on and on about this. I'm not going to go into detail. Hey, Chloe. Oh, y'all are looking for me?
You went up way over there.
Oh, no, I'm here.
Live?
No, I lied. I'm live. But there's nothing more ugly than abusive.
You scared us so
You were looking for me?
badly.
Okay, I'm sorry. Going in the
Do
house.
not do that again.
I'm sorry. Mommy's here. I'm outside. But yeah, there's nothing more ugly than an abusive, selfish leader. But there's nothing more beautiful than someone who truly desires to bring everybody together cohesively to win. And one of the things that I've learned, I've been that abusive, selfish person before. I have been, where it was like all about me. Okay, phone calls are coming in. But I will say this, guys. The greatest thing, and this is my favorite quote now, alone you can do so little, but together you can accomplish so much. I've learned the power of team, guys. I've learned the power of respecting people's gifts. I've learned the power of empowering people that you work with to let them give collaborative insight on where they want to go. And I've also learned the power of being a team player and being able to invest in somebody else's vision just as much as I want people to invest in mine. You see, the more you give, the more you do receive. And that's just not about finances, right? But that's about really investing in the right relationships, guys. It's not for everybody. This don't mean y'all come inbox me and be like, oh, I watched your video. Can you help me do this? I don't have no money. I need you to do this. No. That's not what we're talking about here. This is talking about a business relationship where somebody is just as committed to this process as I am committed to them. But what I am saying is that it is so important to learn the power of really being a man or a woman of your word, being willing to be a servant leader, and being willing to do what you say you are going to do, and you'll position yourself for success. Also, if you've been trying to figure out how to finance your life and you don't quite know, I feel like my Wi-Fi is like stuttering. Hopefully it's working okay. But if you are trying to figure out how to finance your goals, how to finance your dreams, how to put yourself in position to really do the things you want to do, you got to take your skills and invest them in others as they invest in your business. So you use your skills to pay the bills. I've gone back to do things that I used to do 7, 8 years ago, where I would help other people with their businesses, and they paid me for it while I was building mine. And now I'm in the same boat again, where people are investing in me and they're investors in my vision while I'm building out my business and my company. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. The kids were able to come today and hang out around the mansion. It's also beautiful to give your kids exposure to be able to see things like this. And so Chloe is over there in the little thing. Carson, don't do that. You guys come from over there. Come here, Carson, Chloe. So anyway, guys, if you want to take your business to the next level, watch this video again, is all I'm gonna say. It's a whole nother level of success that comes when you learn how to sow into others, when you become a servant, and you know how to take your gifts and your skills and just allow yourself to be utilized. You'll be surprised how you'll be able to rise in so many different ways as a result of really sowing in to the lives of other people and doing what you say you're going to do, and then go above and beyond your call of service. So anyway, guys, I'm out. If you want to get some clarity and focus in your life, make sure you come on to yoursixfigureyear.com, and I have a free gift over there for you, yoursixfigureyear.com, where I show you how to go from where you are to where you want to be. That's yoursixfigureyear.com. You can use the number 6 or you can spell out 6. They both lead to the same place. Have a great and awesome day, y'all. Bye.